Hey, welcome back everybody. Today's video is sponsored by Bedlights. Bedlights is the same company who can provide you with these Aventador inspired headlights for your C7 Corvette. They also have a matching set of taillights for your C7 Corvette, so head on over to their website and check them out. There'll be a link below in the description. So one of the first things you're going to notice when you open up these boxes is how well these headlights were packaged. They really went the extra mile to ensure that they're going to arrive to you all in one piece, which I'm confident that they will. The next thing is the construction of these headlights is just absolutely phenomenal. It is very solid. It feels volume quality, if not better. Everything to include the wiring harness. It's all really good stuff. It doesn't seem like there was any cut corners anywhere in this. And while I'm here, before we get to installing this plug right here is the one that you need to disconnect if you want to do sequential turns. If you don't want to do sequential turns, go ahead and leave them connected. It's that easy. So without further ado, let's get to putting these things in. All right, so the tools I used to complete this project was 2 of the plastic pry bars out of the plastic pry bar kit, a ratchet, a 10mm socket, a 7mm socket, a T15 Torx bit, and a T30 Torx bit. All right, so begin by removing this plastic cover right here from both sides. When you do that, you're going to expose a T30 Torx bit, which there are 4 of them alongside the top, and there are also 2 of these pop clips right there. All right, next up, remove 3 T15 screws from your fender liner and disconnect your side marker light. You do not need to remove the side of the marker light if you don't want to. All right, so next up, go ahead and remove 7mm screw from there, and another one from right there, and there will also be 2 more on the other side that you need to remove. And then once you get done with that, go ahead and remove the 10mm screws that are holding in the back of the skid plate. This will allow the skid plate and the bumper to come off as one assembly. All right, so you may need to grab a screwdriver and press on this right here. There's a little metal tab in there, but in most cases what I found that works is just sticking your plastic pry tool in here, kind of pulling up a little bit, and then grabbing another one and just working it in here, and that will allow it to all come up and not break any tabs. All right, so with your T30s and your 2 pop clips removed from the top bumper, your 3 T15s removed from either side, your side markers disconnected, your 2 7mm screws removed from both sides, and your 10mm screws removed from the back of the splash guard, and the top of your bumper unclipped right here, it is now time to start pulling at one side. Any side will do. All right, so this is what I was talking about by removing the splash shield and the front bumper off as one assembly, just by undoing the 2 screws on either side, and then undoing the 4 10mm screws from the back of the splash shield or skid plate, whatever you want to call it, and that'll bring it off as one assembly. Another thing you want to be aware of is that if you do have forward-facing cameras, you are going to have some additional wires back there that you do not want to break. All right, so 2 things worth noting while you have the headlight out is you got your 2 adjustment points right here for aiming the headlight. And again, this wire right here, if you want to blink it solid, or if you want to blink it solid, leave it connected. If you want it sequential, go ahead and disconnect it. All right, so now that your bumper is off, you've got a mounting bolt right there. It's a 7mm, another one right there, and another one back in there. Now before you go trying to remove the headlight, be sure you obviously disconnect the electrical harness, and you also remove these 2 7mm screws right there, which are holding on this metal plate. It'll make things a lot easier for you when you go to remove the headlight. All right, so once when you have the headlights installed, go ahead and begin reinstalling the front bumper in reverse of the order that you took it off. All right, so during the install of the front bumper, you're gonna wanna make sure that these 2 tabs are in these slots. If not, you could bend the tabs and it may make the fitment of the bumper a little bit off. All right, so if you feel like you're gonna wanna change how they blink, you can route the wire through here. No problem doing that. It'll give you a little bit easy access. Also through here, you probably can't really see it, Maybe you can down there a little bit. That's one of the adjustment screws for the headlight, and the other one is accessible through the fender. All right, so again, these are the Aventador inspired headlights for your C7 Corvette, brought to you by Vetlights. Again, they also have the matching set of taillights, so head over to their website and check them out. I'll put a link below in the description. Take it easy.